Hi everybody. So for today, this is something I was thinking about last night, and I feel like it's something that's absolutely worth talking about. Um, for anybody that's watching this after the fact, we're still very much in the grip of COVID-19 right now, and everybody's had varying degrees of issues during the pandemic. I'm not saying it's been easy on anybody, but I want to not talk about the problems like finances or family or actual illness or anything like that. Um, it's just that I've had friends and family that have been posting online about, you know, that they want to meet up with people and that they're like actively making plans to do so, or um, showing pictures of them going out to brunch with a bunch of people. Um, and I want to talk about that. I want to talk about when you have a choice to meet up with people and what that means. Um, it's a matter of some people are capable of dealing with isolation and some people can't, and I believe that to be significantly an issue of self-worth. Self-worth, um, because I know people who are extroverts, and they like talking to people, they like seeing people, like being around people, but many of them have dealt with the pandemic really well because, you adjust. Um, and the thing about that is they have a support network. They already have people that they've been talking to online, or they've adjusted things to where, they've got group chats or, Zoom calls or that sort of thing where they're still able to get their interactions with people. Their It may not be optimal, it may not be their favorite way of doing things, but they've come to adjust. Um, I am very introverted. I don't. I still have moments where I want to see people and talk to people, especially, like my couple of favorite people. But day to day, I still have, there's one person I talk to every day, and then there's people I hear from every now and again, and sometimes I'll reach out and talk to people, but generally that gets me by. Um, and I think that's because I keep myself busy. I have things that almost distract me from the current situation. I'm not going to say it's not, I hesitate to say distract because it's, very prevalent. It's um, a very significant change to my way of life and everything. Um, but I manage, and I don't go out and see people. And if somebody's like, "Oh, hey, do you want to do that?" I'm like, "Well, maybe later," because I'm not interested in having the conversation of how important it is to self-regulate yourself if a person's going to actively be trying to not do that anyway. Um, but I also have sort of curated my support network. There's only a few people that I'm really interested in talking to. Um, and so I don't talk to people that are going to make me feel bad about the choices that I'm making in all of this. I don't have anybody that's constantly complaining about, oh, I wish I could go outside and, do all of this stuff. Um, I have I've definitely, I've been talking to people and they've had moments where they've just needed to rant about it, and that's fine, and that's, a method of coping, and that's okay. And it's okay to feel that way, um, but how you feel and how you act are two totally separate things. Um, and so if you're having trouble, it's very important to have a support network. It's very important to have people that you can talk to and that you can relate to and help you get through these sorts of times. Um, And a support network is important in general just because that's going to help boost your self-confidence and self-worth. Um, because there's people who surround themselves with a lot of people. They really care about, like, how many followers they have or how many friends they have. And these sorts of people often have very poor self-worth because there's very little depth. And so, they deal with depression, and some of it's clinical, absolutely. I'm not putting that sort of thing down. But there's a lot of people who, if they put in the time and effort required to really put themselves in a position to, not be surrounded by those kinds of people, um, then they'd be able to do a lot better. So I think that is a good goal for today, is to really think about the sorts of people that you surround yourself with and that you pay attention to, and is it a good use of your time, or is that something that you need to deal with? Um, because no matter what you do, situations like this are going to happen again. I mean, I'm 32. I've I've been through several once-in-a-lifetime recessions. I've seen several once-in-a-lifetime pandemics. This one's absolutely the one that's been uh, the worst over here in the U.S., but I mean, we've had swine flu, we've had bird flu, we've had Ebola. Um, once-in-a-lifetime things. It's like, okay, well, how are we measuring lifetimes here? Like, it's, it's life is flimsy and constantly in flux. And so adapting and figuring out how you're going to deal with things in the future is important because it's always going to be happening in the future. There is no easy road. There's no elevator that gets you through life. You have to take the stairs, Like it's and it's a tall building, So yeah, that's something that I think is worth considering and worth dealing with, is looking at the people that you're surrounding yourself with, looking at what is your support network, and who do you have that you can really, like, vent to or talk to about things, um, and figuring that out now. Um, this ran a little bit longer than I wanted, but I don't want to put too much of a script together for these sorts of things. I put together like a brief couple of bullet points and like a main topic, and I try to keep this natural feeling. Um, but yeah, thanks so much for watching. I hope this is of some use to you. Alright, have a good day.